Hello and welcome back to another crazy little thing called Lovdev. I know this week I've been a little less eventful than usual, unless you count me spending far too long cleaning my block paving, which turned into a bigger problem than I could ever imagine. We've also got another collection of strange stories from Reddit discussing whether one couple deserved to be uninvited from a wedding and someone who's literally getting paid to be a roommate's friend. We tackle a very British problem involving tickets. In this week's What The, we'll discover why twice a year parts of somewhere in the world loses complete shadows. And in the weird news, we meet the man who's officially the world's loudest town crier. Let's get straight into it. It's episode 228, No Shadow of a Doubt. If you hear some weird noises in the background, that's because I've got the windows open. It is absolutely boiling currently in the United Kingdom at the time of the recording. If you have been living under a rock, unless that rock is in another country, then you wouldn't know. But then again, the whole of Europe has been in a scorching heat. 40 plus degrees in some parts, I believe. France, was it? Or Spain? I can't remember. It's been absolutely boiling. It's still warm now. It's not as hot today. I mean, it's hot, but not like it has been for the past couple of days. But I've still got my windows open. Still trying to block out the sun. And yeah, it's scorching hot. But luckily, this time, I can get to record this episode for you guys because it's a little bit cooler in the podcast studio. I've sat in my podcast studio playing my PC games just one or two nights, and I couldn't even last 30 minutes. I think because of the heat that my PC produces as well doesn't help. So there's like extra heat coming into my house. Or should I say building up around the house. But so yeah, I've not done a lot, folks. I did a little open mic gig the other day at a place in Droitwich, which was all right. There was a few in there, but it was sweltering. Everyone was sweating in there. They had an AC on, but all the doors and the windows were open, so I don't know why that was even on, because I don't think it was doing anything. And in all honesty, I haven't really done a lot this week, apart from that one gig. That's all I've done, I'll be honest. Oh, actually, I can tell you, I cleaned my block paving. If you want to know what I've been up to in my life, I cleaned the block paving with a jet wash. Somebody donated. My wife's brother gave us a jet wash thing. You know, that machine. Air pressure. What do you call them? It's called a jet wash, isn't it? You know what I'm talking about. So you can use it for anything. And I thought maybe we should just clean the block paving. So my wife did the garden originally. And I'm not going to lie, she hasn't done the best job. She's missed gaps. She's done her best, though. Can't complain. She did it all on her own. She did that. She didn't go like all around the edges. I don't know why. So some of the garden is not completely done. Then I thought, right, I need to do the front drive, my driveway, which is also blocked paved. And it took me... I started it around about 11 o'clock. I went to the gym in the morning. Come back from the gym, and it was hot. It was a very hot day. And I thought, right, let's get on it. Let's do the drive. So I started doing the drive from the top corner, and I was like, yeah, this is easy. I can do this. It took me 6 hours to complete the whole drive, honestly. By the end of the day, I say end of the day, I felt like I put in a full shift on a proper works day. But in the back of my head, I was like, well, you've saved yourself 300 quid, could be 350. That's how much somebody would have charged me to do the driveway. And I'd done it eventually, and I was so tired. I couldn't believe how tired I was. I mean, going to the gym and then doing that is obviously a double workout, isn't it? It's not as easy as you think. So I cleaned it yesterday. I cleaned it, and today I put sand. So I got some kiln sand, which you're supposed to put in between the cracks of your block paving to stop the weeds from growing back up. That was a job as well. It wasn't as bad, but I did it. I think the heaviest part was lifting the bags. That was the most awkward thing to do, getting it in the car. And I literally just left my boot open, kept the bags in the car, started doing the driveway, done that. Then I went into the back, finished. I've got one bag left, so I kind of judged it right. I wanted to tell you something, because I might do a confession, but I'll tell you my confession first. This is my confession. So I went to the Wicks, the DIY store, which is near my house, to get this sandbags, right? And I couldn't find them. I was like, where are these bloody sandbags? I can't see them. There weren't many left, and there was like a crate, and there was quite a few at the back of this crate. So I grabbed the ones that I could grab. And then there was a few that were wedged in between another crate, and I thought, oh God, I've got to get under the shelf and then drag them out. Then I spotted these two bags that they had there. One said £3.50, and I looked in it, and it was the same bag of sand that I bought, but it was just wet. That's what it was, right? So I don't know how water got onto them. So they obviously reduced the price on it. So what I did, I found two of those bags. There was two of them. I thought, well, it must be the same sand. It's not been opened. It's just that it's wet. God knows how it's got wet. So I put it on my trolley. And then I thought, oh, look, there's some more bags here. But some of them were like half a bag or 3/4 full because they've been ripped open. So what I did, I grabbed those bags and put it inside the £350 one. Because it was kind of like in a clear bag. I put it in there, and then I thought, yeah, I'll get two for the price of one here for £3.50. So I went to the till, and I said, oh, yeah, I want these, please. And I said to the lady, but this one, I said, I don't know why these are in this bag, but it does say £3.50. And she went, yeah, they're half price, they are, because it could be wet or damaged or something. And I went, yeah, that's fine. I said, I'll take them once. She had a quick look in the bag, and she couldn't. I don't know whether she spotted two bags of sand inside one massive bag, or she just looked at me and, can't be bothered. She still put it through the till. So I got away with that. That's my confession. So anyway, I've done my drives, and yeah, it looks absolutely lovely now. Talking about confessions, why don't we just do one? Confessions, the church, red, it's the preach. Click the clan to feel a beast. I don't even know what I said then. I got all the lyrics wrong on that one. Anyway, let's see whose confession is it today. Obviously from the confessions forum on Reddit. Somebody called No Detail. There we go. We don't know who it is. It could be a man, it could be a girl, it could be a boy, it could be someone else who went to Wix and did the same thing that I did. Let's see what it is. No Detail. I get paid to live with my friends and be their roommate. They're just paying for your friendship. Hey, money doesn't buy love, but according to No Detail, it definitely does. Let's see what he's got to say, or she, we don't know who they are. It's sort of an odd situation, but when I was moving to a new city for college, I joined a Facebook group about finding roommates in the area. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't have a lot of money and would be working to pay my own rent, so I wanted somewhere cheap. After 2 potential places fell through, I was losing hope. Oh no. Then No Detail got a message from a roommate's mom. She basically explained her kid is struggling to make friends and keep roommates around them. She was super desperate and offered to pay half my rent each month. That's a good mom. All I had to do was live with her kid and be their friend. I was also super desperate to find somewhere to live before the semester started, so I agreed. I've held up my end of the deal despite the fact that I absolutely hate my roommate. They are disgusting, says No Detail. Oh my God. They have no social awareness. completely helpless. Oh my God. Super dramatic and have an insanely mess social life and generally just stuck to live with. Just suck to live with, he says. I absolutely hate them, but I get to live in a really nice apartment for pretty cheap, despite being a nightmare roommate and person. Oh my God. I do still feel bad for them. I know if they found out, they'd be devastated, so I've never told anyone about it. That's a great confession there. So somebody's mum knew how bad their son was, or daughter, and just asked for your help so you can look after them. You're basically nursing them, aren't you? Do you know what I was hoping when I was reading it? I was hoping you would say that we absolutely get on and he's the greatest guy or person, and you know, you feel bad for taking money off his mum, but I mean, you're gritting your teeth, aren't you? So you're not going to be there all day, are you? Just treat it like a hotel. If somebody could pay half of my rent, I would be like over the moon with that. Honestly, I'd be over the moon. Someone's put a comment here. I just want to see what it says. It says, my older brother did a small amount of modelling in high school and actually went to a few proms paid by each girl's family. Having a boyfriend and guy from another high school beat the humiliation of being an ugly girl that people could tell finished high school without ever going on a date. One girl's family offered him money to keep dating her. Wow! Saying that he'd get a flat fee each time he took her out. And they'd pay for everything as long as they could be seen together occasionally. I was in elementary school when all of this went on, and I generally had never known that ugly people struggled in life until then. Oh my God. There is an edit. It's by somebody called 3 Grilled Jalapenos. I asked my brother if he has slept with any of these girls. His response was essentially, this was 30 years ago, so I can't say for sure, but I don't think I did. The goal was to be a good date, look like a good boyfriend, and show them how they should be treated. Anything past that would have been only based on how we are connected, which is a fair comment. There we have it. That was a confession from No Detail. Thank you very much. Let's do a what the... Yes, it's What the Bar. Today's What the Bar is about a Hawaiian shadow that disappears. In a place in Hawaii, apparently there's a certain time where you will not get a shadow at all. Can you imagine that? We never really spot a shadow, do we? Unless we're looking. Do you know what I mean? But how did they know? Did somebody just go, how come there's no shadow behind me? Or I don't know how they found out, to be honest, but let's read up on it. Now, most of us rely on shadows without even thinking about them. They help us judge the time of the day, the position of the sun, and even our depth to the world around us. But in Hawaii, something unusual happens twice every year. Oh, so it's not just one time. For a few minutes, shadow almost completely disappear. Now, this is a phenomenon called Lahaya Noon. It occurs when the sun reaches its highest point in the sky and is positioned almost directly overhead. At the moment, vertical objects such as lampposts, trees, and people cast little to no visible shadows because the light is shining straight down rather than at an angle. The effect is only possible in places located between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Hawaii is the only US state where this actually happens, although many countries closer to the equator experience the same phenomenon. The name Lahaina Noon comes from a contest held by the Hawaii's Bishop Museum in 1990. It was named after the town of Lahaina on the Maui Island, with the Hawaiian word Aiahaina meaning cruel sun. So basically it means cruel sun. A fitting description for the intense midday sunlight. The exact dates vary depending on your location in Hawaii. In Honolulu, for example, it typically occurs around late May and again in mid-July. The moment itself lasts only a few minutes, making it a brief but fascinating reminder of how Earth's tilt and orbit affect the way we experience sunlight. If you happen to stand outside during this cruel moon period, you notice your shadow shrinking until it was almost directly beneath your feet. It can feel strangely unnatural because our brains are used to seeing shadows stretching away from us. It's a simple but remarkable event that demonstrates the precision of our planet's movements. And for a few minutes each year, Hawaii experiences a world where shadows seem to vanish. Interesting. I've been contacted for a private event, another one. I know, I can't believe it. They want me to do an hour. Like an hour's a long time, you know. On your own on stage, it's especially when it's a corporate event, because you're the only comedian. So you've got all that pressure to stand on the stage for an hour. But then I'm thinking, I could probably do it anyway if I talk to the audience a little bit and have a banter and then mixing material in between. I mean, I could probably get away with just like 50 minutes. They would never know, would they? So I might do it. Because as you guys know, I want to travel the world and I want to start doing cruise ship work. There's a lot of things I want to do, isn't there? It's all like dreams for me. But then being a Pisces, that's what does happen. We're always daydreaming. So yes, cruise ships, corporate events. I want to do a tour show. I want to do everything. But I might just do this gig anyway. And in the comedy world, they always say you never know who's watching. So it could be the head of the BBC or, I don't know, whoever runs Live at Apollo. Or someone who books the Montreal Comedy Festival. I don't even think that's happening anymore, is it? I don't think it is. I'm sure it's stopped. I could be wrong. No idea. Talking about festivals, I can tell you guys something, actually. Thinking about it now. I'm doing the Birmingham Comedy Festival, and I've been told I'm allowed to say it now. Now, I can't remember if I've told you lot already, but I don't think I have. So I'm doing the half-soaked show again. It'll be in Birmingham City Centre in the Jewellery Quarter at a venue called 1,000 Trades. It's going to be on Saturday, the 3rd of October at 3 p.m. So that is the 1,000 Trades venue. It will be free, but I thought I'd let you guys know now. Those of you who are in the United Kingdom and thinking, yeah, let's make a day out. We can go out around Birmingham and we can go catch Lovdev's show. It's nice and early, 3 p.m. It's only an hour's long show, and I'm not sure how many seats it holds, but it will be free. Come down, support me, watch me. If you listen to this podcast, come up and chat to me, and that'll be fantastic. I thought I'll mention it so you can put it in your diaries, but it will go all official soon in the next month or so. Once the brochure and the website is up and running, then everyone can be like, yeah, that's how we get our tickets. So yeah, there will be ticket links for it, which obviously, like I said, is free. But please make sure that you are going to come. Don't just book the ticket and then it's there and you don't turn up and someone else loses out. Something like that. Let's crack on because it is hot and I'm sweltering again here, sweating at the studios. Let's do Am I an A-hole? Am I an A-hole? Who is an A-hole today? Sounds like a game show, that one, doesn't it? Who is an A-hole today? Somebody called Stella from Vienna. What a great username. On Am I the A-hole forum, Reddit, gotta mention it. So, Stella from Vienna, what's happened? For telling my guests it's better they don't come to my wedding after they complained about our wedding too much. Don't come to my wedding if you hated it. I'm sure I've read one of these very similar way back, but it doesn't matter. Let's see what happened in Stella from Vienna's life. We are getting married in less than 2 months. Oh, congratulations. Our RSVP deadline was about a month ago, and everyone responded to it. But one couple, we really had to hound them to get any kind of answer. Yesterday they sent us a message telling us they are free to come along, but alongside the reply they sent us a very long message. How cumbersome and expensive it is to attend our wedding and how tiring the weekend for them will be, and how they probably retreat to their hotel room for most of the day and stay for the ceremony and a part of the dinner, but retreat to their room for the rest of the festivities. Wow, why don't they just say we can't be bothered to come because it's too far? We were taken aback because we are paying for everything. Food, drinks, parking. Really? Not everyone pays for drinks, do they? I know a lot of British, English weddings, but Indians, we pay for the whole lot. We are also paying for everyone's accommodation. Wow. Can I come? A very nice lakeside hotel. Their biggest expense would be to pay for the gas for the 4-hour drive to the wedding and back, if they have a car. They also complained about the dress code. We have black tie event, but they both own clothes that would fit the dress code, so they wouldn't have to buy any new ones anyway. But they complained about that one as well. They just sound, I don't think you should have them at your wedding. They just sound like real moaners. We read the message and basically told them that if coming would be so tiresome for them, is it better not to come along at all? We said that we aren't mad at them. If someone can't make it or doesn't feel up to it, there's no hard feelings, but at least they basically invited them. But yeah, right. I know it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, budget-wise, but each guest cost us around $600, and I didn't feel like spending $1,200 on people that don't even want to be there, which is true, makes sense. They are now angry at us and refuse to speak, and we're thinking that maybe we were a little bit harsh. Are we the a-holes? Ooh, first of all, no, you're not. You've sent out an invite, you want to know who's coming along so you can carry on and organise your big day. They took forever to get back to you, so you kept pestering them, and then they finally sent you a message with this big whole thing about them, that they want to come to the wedding, but it's a bit too far, it's going to cost them money to drive there, they're only going to be staying in the hotel room, they'll see the wedding and they'll go back into their room whilst everyone else is enjoying themselves. That's what they literally said to you. And now they're having the hump that you guys are like, are you coming or not? Do you know what I mean? Honestly, Stella from Vienna, you don't need them there. I don't know how close these people are, but you've sent out your invite. You need to know as soon as possible because, as you say, it's only less than 2 months away. And they have responded in a very petty way, in all honesty. I think that's quite petty. Now, I've got a wedding coming up very soon. It's not until October, and it's like a cousin sister, so it's my uncle's daughter's wedding. Now, their wedding, they've decided to do it miles away from where they live. It's down in Cornwall, which is fine, and Cornwall's a lovely part of Britain. And they've booked like a really big farmhouse. It's all farm area. I don't know. They've got a church. It's a Christian wedding. And because it's so far, it's going to take me like 4 hours to drive there. And it's in October, so the nights will be darker. It'll be a bit colder. Plus the kids are at school as well. And we have got young teenagers. Now, me and my wife have discussed this. Are we really going to go to the wedding? I told my wife I'm happy to go to the night before, stay the night, see the wedding, and then on the evening, drive back home. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy to drive back. Because I don't drink anyway, so I'll be awake and I'll be, you know what I mean. As long as I can get my family home, that's fine. My wife thinks it's too much for my son because my son is obviously autistic and he doesn't like being in the car for that long. Now, that's where I I said, my mum was like, oh, I can stay and I can look after the kids. I think she's trying to use my kids so she doesn't have to go either. But then she's getting old now and she's getting frail. So it's a lot for her as well. So I sort of spoke to my wife about this and we were like, let's just reply in a nice way just to say, we thank you for the invite. We would have loved to have been there. But due to the kids and the travel and stuff like that, we won't be able to make it. But we do wish them all the best. And I think that's a fair thing to say. Just be honest. And do you know what I mean? The people that you messaged, they're right. A-holes. They're the a-holes, not you, by the way. And in all honesty, Stella from Vienna, if you want me to come to your wedding, I don't know where it is. I'm thinking Vienna because your name is Stella from Vienna. Is it in Italy or is it in the US? I don't know where it is. So if you want me at your wedding, I will happily come along. I might even do a bit of comedy for you for free. Let me know. That was a great read. I really enjoyed reading Stella from Vienna's post. Now it is time for me to move on. Let's do one of my favourites. Actually, it's the favourite. British problems. Yeah, we have them. Don't think we don't have our own issues in the United Kingdom. The great country, the beautiful land, the greenscape, the castles. Apart from that, we've got a lot of issues. What is today's issue? Transport. Yeah, transport. That one will never change, will it? Someone called Jack Hammerquirt. Jack Hammerquirt, I think it is. Hello, mate. What's your problem? People who get to the ticket barrier at a station and only then decide that they should probably start looking for their ticket. Oh my God, why don't you get your tickets ready? Now, I don't catch the trains a lot, I'll be honest with you. But when I do go to the train station, I make sure that my train ticket is in my hand. Because I don't want to be fumbling about and looking for this ticket in my wallet or back pocket or wherever else it could be. So nowadays, you can just get it on your phone and you can scan a barcode and the barrier will open like the gates of heaven. But those who just stand around, I've seen it. Been at train stations and people are just like, where's my ticket? Oh, bloody hell, we're going to miss the train. I was at the train station. Before I read your post, Jack, I was at a train station and I was heading somewhere with my son. I can't remember where it was now. He was catching the train. And there was a family on the side of me and they were saying to the train security, the people that work at train station, they were like, oh, our train from London is leaving now, mate. Come in, we need to go through. And he went, show me your ticket. No. He said, show me your ticket. I'm not letting you in until you've shown me your ticket. Now, I understand both sides. The guy was trying to do his job. If he doesn't do his job, anybody could just walk through. Secondly, the family man was getting very distressed, and you could see it, and his kids and his wife were getting really distressed. But they were looking for the tickets. Like Jack says, why don't you just get it ready? You wouldn't have to, put up with this fight, stress about it, work yourself up, even if your train is about to leave. And why don't you just get to the spot a bit earlier? Maybe they had issues on the way. I don't know. Probably. Jack is saying, I can forgive it if you generally forgot and moved to the side and you start looking for it. But then you have the absolute specimens who decide to just stand there when they are there and look about for it. That happens to me in the gym, mate. Doesn't just happen at a train station. I've had people at the gym looking on their phone for their PIN number so they can get in. Just move out the way. Let me put my PIN number in because I know it by heart. And let me walk into the inside. It's the same situation. Jack is saying, congratulations. Now you've completely blocked up one of the usually few open ticket barriers while you turn out your pockets or try to get your phone to upload a QR code. I swear it happens in front of me at minimum at least once a week. Do these people not think about maybe getting their ticket out before they reach the gate? Exactly. My whole point as well. Why don't you just get it ready? I just think what it is, Jack, right? There's people out there in this world who are just a little bit disorganised. That's what it is. And that's those people. So the next time you see someone who's fumbling about, looking for their ticket, or trying to get that QR code, they're not very organised people. That's all you got to remember. I think that's literally what it is. But yes, I loved that. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Folks, guess what? It's the end of the podcast. I know, I didn't have much to say today, I'll be honest, but I need to be gigging. There's not many gigs out there. I've been free this weekend, and the weekend before that I was free, and the weekend next I'm free. I've got nothing, and I feel like it's really affecting my bank account. So it really, really is. I don't know what's going on. I can't even blame the football and the weather. It's just the way it is, isn't it? Stop complaining and carry on with life. Right, let's do a weird news story. Yes, and I wasn't going to make any noise about what I just said, although I did. But there is someone who does. There's a man crowned the world's loudest person. He makes so much noise as a jet taking off. Is he a scrap man? Because the scrap man in England are proper loud. Who is it? Let's have a look. Apparently his name is Joseph McGrail Bayrup. Shout out to Joseph. He's an Australian professional air conditioner, cleaner and honorary town crier. He's been recognised as the world's loudest person. The Guinness World Records last week acknowledged the 58-year-old, happy birthday, mate, Canberra resident recorded the loudest ever shout by an individual. He yelled, "Now!" at 122.4 decibels. That broke the previous record of 121, which was set by a Northern Ireland school teacher, Annalisa Flanagan, in 94. That's a long time to keep a world record, though. She yelled at an ear-piercing quiet. That is in the noise range of a chainsaw and a jet aircraft taking off, and an ambulance siren at very close range. The record attempt was not something McGrail Bayrup could train for, he said on Tuesday. There's no way that you can actually practice for it. You have to just keep it for the day, especially with a world record attempt. It took me 7 attempts just for one word, which was the word now. And my voice was shot for the next couple of days as well. It was husky, it was terrible, so no, you can't really practice for it. But it's a lot of fun when you are doing it. McGrail said he stumbled upon Flanagan's record when searching the Guinness World Records unsuccessfully for feats in the realm of town crying. He's considering himself the world's loudest man rather than the loudest person. There's no other previous record for the loudest man. He said, "I'm pleased that Flanagan kept her record for such a long time, so she's still the loudest woman in the world, and I am the loudest man in the world." He became competitively loud when he was appointed to the official town crier of the national capital of Canberra in 2017. It's an honorary and part-time role established by the local government, which he considers just a bit of fun. His town name crier is Lord Joseph. He makes announcements to community events, school fêtes and car shows. With the job came membership of the Ancient and Honourable Guild of Australian Town Criers, a competitive professional organisation dedicated to preserving members' historic and ceremonial roles. In 2024, he won a guild competition with the loudest Aussie at 98 decibels. That was a command for silence and attention before an Australian town crier makes a proclamation. He experimented with the several words for his world record attempt before settling on now. His shout was recorded May the 2nd, that's my son's birthday, in a Canberra radio studio by a professional acoustic engineer and with witnesses present. The files were sent to the Guinness World Records, which announced the record on Friday. It's the second time McGrail Baitup has broken a world record. In 2019, he broke a speed record for an archer shooting 10 arrows, his time of 60.3 seconds, shaved a fraction of a second off, and the record that stood since 2015. 9 months later, a 7-year-old boy shattered McGrail's record by 11.4 seconds. McGrail wasn't interested in attempting to regain the archery record or keeping his shouting record. If someone beats me, that's fantastic, he says. Records are meant to be broken. Wow, that's a nice saying, isn't it? There we go, the world's loudest man. And that is the world's best podcast you've heard today. I wish. Anyway, folks, as I said, buy me a coffee. Thank you so much for listening and enjoy the rest of your week or day or whatever it is you're doing out there. Stay happy. See you later.